conspiracy. In 1784, a copy of this document was sent to the Illuminist YAHU'SHUAH and delegated to foment the French Revolution. Mean the Illuminati was responsible for the French Revolution? Yes, absolutely. The courier was struck dead by lightning as he rode through Ratisbon on his way from Frankfurt to Paris. What about a little divine intervention there, huh? The police found the subversive documents on his body and turned them over to the proper government authorities. After careful study of the plot, the Bavarian government ordered the police to raid YAHU'SHUAH's newly organized lodges of the Grand Orient and the homes of some of the most influential associates, including the castle of Baron Sonderdorf. Additional evidence was thus obtained convinced the authorities that documents were a genuine copy of a conspiracy by which the synagogue of Satan had controlled the Illuminati at the top, planned to use wars and revolutions to bring about the establishment of one kind or another of a one-world government, the powers of which they intended to usurp as soon as it was established. In 1785, the Bavarian government outlawed the Illuminati and closed the lodges of the Grand Orient. In 1786, they published the details of the conspiracy.
Her little pastime was calling up, supposedly filling the sky with UFOs and watching everybody's excitement. And some of the most outstanding sightings were in the early 70s in Ohio. And she used to laugh about it because she'd be standing in a circle out in the field somewhere calling up demons. And that's all they were angels of light playing games in the sky. Remember, a demon, get the little spooky picture. There are a fallen angel, an unclean spirit. They can assume any form or go into anything. But they can assume forms including spacemen or solid objects like flying saucers or so on. That's why when they appear on the radar scope and a jet gets up there, they vanish right in front of the palace eye because they're nothing but a spirit.
Warned his people about the Antichrist, about Dajjal, the false Messiah. And the prophet Noah warned his people. But I say to you something that none ever said before me. The Antichrist sees with one eye, his left eye. Blind in the right eye. It looks like a bulging grape. But your Lord is not one eye.
A symbol is anything that is agreed upon to designate something else. The advantage of symbols is that they may communicate complex concepts while being simple in and of themselves. Most symbols are simple drawings that consist of a few pen strokes, while other symbols are objects or actions. The diamond on a wedding ring, for instance, is a symbol. Imagine all the things that can be inferred about a husband who gives his wife a wedding ring mounted with a piece of glass or a random pebble instead of a diamond. An apple is just a fruit, and yet has been commonly associated with education, wisdom, and teachers. A wink is an action, but also a symbol. It is often used to communicate sexual interest, or to convey a hint. The symbol, whether it's a drawing, action, or object, often conveys a message far more complex than the symbol itself. The foundation of all symbols is agreement. When a symbol is repeatedly used in the same context, agreement regarding that symbol's meaning is formed. As time progresses, the symbol's meaning solidifies. If symbols are used randomly, with constantly changing meanings and associations, they fail to be symbols at all. After all, what good is a symbol that means something different each and every time you see it? Illuminati symbolism, used in popular culture such as movies, novels, and TV shows, isn't used randomly either. Believing that all-seeing eyes, pyramids, and suns are inserted into random places in a movie is an easy mistake to make. But let's think about that. Let me take you to a backward universe where the meaning of symbols is arbitrary and random. A world where hospital signs lead to fire stations and elementary schools. A world where the play and pause symbols have no bearing on what the buttons actually do. A world where radiation signs, biohazard symbols, don't walk signs, and dollar signs are placed randomly throughout the city and used interchangeably. You get the idea. If used randomly and without repeating context, the symbol fails to be a symbol at all. We don't use symbols randomly. We can't afford to, and neither can the Illuminati. The Illuminati is more dependent on symbols than most, and the reason is that it allows for secure communication no matter where the messages are located. As long as the masses are kept outside of that symbol's agreed upon meaning, any message can be hidden in plain sight. And, as stated earlier, not all symbols are drawings. This is so important to remember as we move forward.
I think they appreciate it. They were throwing it back.
Well, they thought it was a curse. Would you like me to show them how the sign of the curse works?
Sign of the curse?
Completely different.
How does it go?
No, not at you people out there in the audience, but this is the difference.
Aim it toward Red China, would you?
This is the sign of the horns. A curse sign, the two fingers extended. This way, spread apart for sort of shotgun blast, you know.
I always
all over.
figured if I ever met the devil, it'd have dirty fingernails. Go on.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Where?
Dirty fingernails.
Well, that's because I've been fooling around with your equipment.
Never mind. Don't blame it on the street. Go on with it.
All right.
So that's the sign of the horn, and then what happens? Is that it?
Well, there are other ones, too.
Yeah, what are the other ones?
The other one's, one of them's the pox sign. That's 3 fingers extended.
A pox on you?
A pox on you. During the Middle Ages, this
Yeah.
was...
Oh, yeah.
Still out here doing these songs, you know, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And in this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day.
met with him. He told her to go shopping. We were in West Hollywood, and I was witnessing around to people I knew. We went off in his store and we started talking. I said, David, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. I said, I already know the answers, but I've been gone for 5 years. I'd like to know if certain things are still the way they were when I left.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Music came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
I said, now I have to explain this when I'm done, because you're not going to understand it all unless you know something about music. I said, do they still take the master to the temple room? Dave said, yeah. I said, do they still have the Colvin conjure demons into the master? He said, of course.
All right, no more fucking around. Masterpiece is right in there. All we have to do is step into that magic circle, and the masterpiece is ours. Are you ready?
I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
You don't even recognize half the weapons that they use against you. And some of them seem so insignificant that you don't even try. They want to create a world where everybody is happy all the time, doing all of the things that, if you're from a good religious upbringing, is wrong to do. There's a method to their madness. There's really not much method to yours, because you're operating from a place of ignorance, and until you change that, you're going to be bumbling around, bumping into each other, saying and doing the wrong things, not understanding the nature of your enemy. And if you don't understand the nature of your enemy and the weapons they use, you cannot fight that enemy. You can't fight the battle. You shouldn't even be on the battlefield. That's why you're losing the war. And don't tell me you're not, because I'm in a place of great knowledge about who's winning and who's losing this war. And I can assure you, you're losing the war. Doesn't mean it can't be turned around, but it'll never be turned around until you learn what you need to know.
Hell yeah, trying to tell y'all, at this rate, niggas gon' lose. Can't search for water or grow your own food. Tell me what's gon' happen when them stores close. They ain't gon' open up no more. That's the realest shit, yeah, you gon' feel that. Hunger's your enemy, but you can't kill that. Nigga, wake up, don't join the army. Kill your own peoples, but fear Illuminati's. and they ain't even real, or are they? But you wouldn't even know, because you partay. If you start to doubt, they already in your mind and coming out your mouth. It's not a trick, nigga, it's a trap. Survival of the fit is what they aiming at, and niggas ain't fit. Nope. Fat as hell, fat in mind, body fat as well. Who use most of drugs? Americans. What's in Afghanistan? Heroin. You think that's by mistake? They can't stop that.
These last days, you better prepare for war. You better prepare for war. Better prepare, better be ready for whatever. Little be still be getting scurdy in 11th in the ghetto down in Columbus. I said sluggish man from the pound. Throwing up the sevens on these player haters. Blast the devil for the war been popping over crude oil. Off in the ghetto, we don't know nothing about it, cause half of these brothers can't be loyal. Picture me sipping on Hennessy. Remember me? Thought of inside the 23rd century. Give it the best of me. Evidently this is real. Put it on baby feel. Let's do this video grimy quick before I get killed. This is a battlefield. This is how it's going down. And what we listening to as soon as I come around. Gotta watch your back and don't be scared, youngster. This is the gangster party. And who me? Easy to duck to call me kamikaze. I won't even speak about Illuminati. Welcome to Babylon, man. I need to speak to time.
Let me how to do it, make it, do it to the heavenly. Won't be no hell, but be this paradise. So what you gon' do, what you gon' do? When the new order come for you, all you can do, what you can do is recognize the truth. Realize these signs do pertain to you.
What have we done to the world? Look what we've done. What have we done to the world?
Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot at.
We are slowly being slaughtered, so be prepared for the new world order. Yeah, you could yell out your brain. I tell you right now, you got 3 years to change.
Somebody gave you a choice, and all you do is abuse it. If God gave you a voice, then use it. Just a lullaby for the new world order.
You know, I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye on your album?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
Mouseketeers. We've got Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake.
These were all poor little children that were brainwashed together in a Disney program.
What they will do is use these people in high-profile rituals.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. But there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
end of the day, I'm going down as a legend, whether or not you like me or not. I am the new Jim Morrison. I am the new Kurt Cobain. You know, they feel like, yo, you know, he's got a God complex because he said if they wrote the Bible again, he would be in it. Duh, yeah, I would be in it. I feel like I'm one of the more important people, you know, in pop culture right now. One of the only people with an opinion. The Bible had, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 characters in it. You don't think I would be one of the characters of today's modern Bible? And people have their own forms of Bibles now. You know, it's a new day and age. People have their own thinking. People have their own things that they're into. People have their own religion. Hip-hop is a religion to a certain extent, and the rappers are the preachers. And the music is the scriptures. You know, it's just like church, because you go to a concert, you raise your hands in the air, you get dressed up, you sing songs, and you definitely pay some money. It's just like church.
All right, yo, people moving in. We are spiritual beings, and what we do is spiritual. So when you hear the next verse, don't think it's only lyrical. Living life around the power of the tongue. Those who never we screw their love. When we speak, we need to speak with words of love. Come work, don't bite the apple eve. Caught up in the in crowd, now you're in style. And in the winter it's cold, in vogue, just skin out. City of sin, it's a pity on the whim. Good girls going bad, the city's filled with them. Mommy took a bus trip, now she got a bust out. Everybody ride her, just like a bus route. Hail Mary to the city, you're a virgin. And Jesus can't save you, life starts when the church came here for school, graduated to the highlight.
Yes, this is holy war. I wet y'all all with the holy water. Spray from the heck on the cut. Automatic on the static. Shall cease to exist like a sabbatical. When I throw a couple at you, take 6. The more you talk, the more you irking us. The more you gon' need memorial services. The Black Album, second verse is like devil's pie. Say some dessert for us. Spread love to all of my dead thugs. I pour out a little Louis to a head above. And when I perish, the meek shall inherit the earth. Till that time it's on and poppin' church.
That's my word. I never read the Bible in my life. I don't even know how I know that.
Oh my God, leave that.
I'm gonna taste you out of earth.
You know they trying to get you touched. Whoever said illegal was the easy way out couldn't understand the mechanics and the workings of the underworld. Granted, 9 to 5 is how you survive. I ain't trying to survive, I'm trying to live it to the limit and love it alive. Life ills, poison my body. It used to say my skills. I never prayed to God, I prayed to God. That's right, it's wicked. That's life, I live it. Ain't asking for forgiveness for my sins. Ends, I break bread with the lay hands, picking their brains for angles and all the evils that the game will do. It gets dangerous. Money and power is changing us, and now we're lethal, infected with the evil.
Lord, I wonder, can you save me? Illuminati on my mind, soul, and my body. Lord, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die, I can't die.
Yeah, my flesh, no it could test. My soul is possessed by the evils in the form of diamonds and Lexuses. The exorcist got me doing sticks like homie. You don't know me, but the whole world owe me. Strip was thought to be a pleasant guy all my life, so now I'm down for whatever. Ain't nothing nice. Throughout my junior high years, it was all friendly, but now this higher learning got the Remy in me. Liquors invaded my kidneys, got me ready to lick off. Mama, forgive me. I can't be held accountable. The evil's beating me down, boo. Got me running with guys, making G's, telling lies that sound true. Come test me. I never cower for the love of money, son. I'm giving lead showers. Stop screaming. You know the demon said it's best to die. And even if Jehovah Witness bet, he'll never testify. The evil still gone. I wonder, can you save me? I can't die. I can't die. I can't die.
Living life around the power of the tongue. Those who never we screw their love. When we speak, we need to speak with words of love. When we speak, we need to speak with words of love. Wake up. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
I feel like, Sinatra, in my time, modern day Sinatra, so, I try to live up to that, I get possessed by the spirits. So